There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So the Marshals offense, first down as they get ready. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Warner throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. Third down here.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll give him the first down. Operating from the gun. Warner. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This is Bilal Powell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Moon steps away to his left. And he hits Jermaine Curse. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Moon. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
From the gun, Moon. Looking for a right side here, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is the running back, Powell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because other...
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Martavis Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Warner. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Looking to throw on second down. Warner. And Owen coughed it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches. Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on second down. Moon looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Folk out there now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back to the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looking to throw. Warner out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing on first down. Warner. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Warner. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Gano out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before break. Moon. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go! Grand 38!
On 1st and 10, Moon finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moon. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They run with Powell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
To throw on second down. Moon looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Moon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Moon. Throw left side complete. It's Powell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a second down. From the gun. Moon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Martavis Bryant with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Folk out there now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 45. 26. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for stop. Looking to throw on second down. Moon buying time to his left. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, Moon. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second down. Moon, but he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Moon, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
On 1st and 10, Moon got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down. Moon forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 1st down, Moon. And he rifles one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. Moon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not... playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Operating from the gun. Moon. Being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, Warner. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Moon. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays. And when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Moon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one.